As the Prime Minister and alternative Prime Minister, no doubt spend more time with people inside this room. The reality is that, of course, debates, they end up being a little bit like Rorschach tests. If you are a hardcore partisan, you saw everything going one way, otherwise you think the other person was left in a bloody mess. The reality is, of course, neither of those things is true, and the most important people in the room are not the Prime Minister and the alternative Prime Minister, but the 100 people who had the questions and were undecided. Their votes are what will decide who becomes the next Prime Minister. And let's have a chat to some of them before they leave the room. G'day, mate. What's your name?
Stuart.
G'day, Stuart. What do you think of what you just saw?
I think Albanese was a little bit lesser, and I think ScoMo won it.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Can we get you guys? Come on in. What's your name, mate?
Boris.
Boris. What do you think? What was the most important moment for you tonight?
I think Scott Morrison's stance on foreign policy was more convincing than the Labor Party's.
What about Albanese impressed you in what he was saying?
In terms of the plans for the economy, I think he's got something solid there to work on. So that's
good stuff, mate. Go vote. Enjoy. That process will happen right now. Hello, sir. My name's Paul. What's yours?
Well, my name's John.
G'day, John. I'll let you take your mask off, mate. It's okay.
Thank you.
I won't catch the Rona in a couple of seconds here. What did you think of? What did you think of that?
I thought they were both quite impressive. It's very easy coming from a government side because you've got the policies in place, you've got the arguments there. I still think there's a lot of negativity from both sides, and I find that very disappointing. But I thought both of them were quite impressive. Thanks, Paul.
I won't ask, but has it helped you decide which way you're going to fall?
No, not really.
Good. All right. Well, after meeting them for an hour, we'll see what happens in the next little while. Thanks very much. Let's keep jumping around here. Excuse me, guys. G'day, I'm Paul from Sky. We're live on telly. Just wanted to ask you both, what did you think of tonight's debate?
I think it was interesting. There's a lot of good topics that were covered. I think a lot of things it would appeal to a lot of different people.
Did you change your mind?
Still undecided. I thought it was a little bit unfair that Sky News gave Scott Morrison more time to speak and kept cutting off Anthony. So, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with that.
You think we were, managing the time, the questions? What do you think we were managing?
Just allowing Scott Morrison to speak more and then cutting off Anthony Albanese when he was talking.
Okay, well, I don't know what was happening behind the scenes with clocks, but it's all about hearing what you think. Are you less undecided than you were walking in?
I think so, yeah. Yep.
Right, so you're leaning one way at the moment?
I'm not leaning one way, but I'm probably a little bit more than I was walking in.
It confirmed in many ways what you were thinking going into the room?
I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. I really wanted to see what they had to say. Yeah.
What about yourself? Do you remain undecided, or which way do you think you're going to fall?
Probably, leaning more to the left. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. G'day, mate. My name's Paul. What's yours?
Thomas.
G'day, Thomas. What was the moment for you that is going to stick in your mind?
There's so many parts of it. I really enjoyed it. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a lot boring, but thoroughly enjoyed it.
Are you still undecided?
I'm still on the fence, I think. I did have a question to ask.
What was your question?
Question was to do with student debt and TAFE University. There's been some talk I've heard about some other parties want to make it free as it used to be.
What would you like to see happen?
Well, with someone with about 90 grand with the debt.
You'd like to see it gone?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. Got lots more people here who are undecided. We'll have full coverage with Kieran and his panel in a moment or two's time. And then after all of that, at about 8:30 local time, we'll get into the Paul Murray live version of things. G'day, mate. What's your name?
Mark.
G'day, Mark. Who impressed you tonight?
I thought both were good. Probably more so the Prime Minister. I thought he was a bit more polished, a bit more prepared.
So what was it about the Prime Minister that gave you that sense?
Probably the boat turnbacks was the biggest positive. I thought Mr Albanese stumbled a bit, whereas the Prime Minister was pretty straightforward.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, mate. Go vote. Enjoy. One more and then I'll throw it over to Kieran. G'day, what's your name?
My name's Jess.
Hello, Jess. Are you still undecided?
Between those two, yes. I am still undecided.
Is there a chance that you'll go somewhere other than those two?
Oh, for sure.
So, again, it's not my right to ask you who you're going to vote for, but are you thinking about a party you've never voted before?
Yes, I am actually, because I've always sort of swung between these two, but I think neither of them really answered that question about integrity incredibly well, and that's probably where my vote will go in the end. I think, at least tonight, where I stand right now.
So give me an impression, because obviously for everyone watching on TV, they saw something different than you saw with your own eyes. What were you able to judge about those two blokes after seeing them with your own eyes for an hour?
I think, if I'm going to speak plainly, Scott Morrison really does know his stuff, but he's saying a speech that is already written. It's very well crafted, whereas Anthony comes across a lot more off the cuff and friendly, and so they have two different approaches there. But I think as a whole, when you look at the government and both parties, it's really hard to have much faith in the integrity of those parties at the moment.
Good stuff. Well, enjoy your choice. Thank you very much. KG, back to you.